Yes, man. Look at you all.
Hey, coming at you live from the man cave in beautiful Devore, California. This is the All Dodgers podcast. Man, look who's here. It's my guy Tim. Showed up out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting you to show up. Good to see you. Good to have you here hanging out the man cave. You guys have heard Richie, of course, on the internet. Our buddy Richie from Devore. We're in his house.
It is amazing.
We are so close to his bathroom. And his bathroom has as much stuff. But the important thing is we're here to talk about the Dodgers. If you see us looking this way, this is where we can see you guys. This is where we can see comments. And more importantly, we can see us. But, hey, Dodgers win. Glasnow hurt. All is right in the world, I guess. All feels normal. How are we feeling about that one? Taking 2 or 3 from the Pirates.
Well, regretfully, I hate being right about pitching. I wish I am not like one of those quote creators that want to be right about everything. I want to be wrong about you can never have enough pitching.
I think that's where we get along because we hope to put things out in the ethos where we can be proven wrong.
Yeah,
Andy Pa has proven a lot of people wrong right now. AP has been killing it, but we probably got to be talking about Tyler Glasnow because he goes short start in his last outing.
Gosh,
it's the calf. We're told everything is good. Everything's going to be fine.
Just more water.
Yeah, more water. He lubed up before the game, we hear. And then all of a sudden, see going out for the second inning, the shoulders barking. And listen, you've been watching baseball a long time. When you see a pitcher doing this and kind of coming off the mound with that kind of feeling, that kind of show, it's not good. It's not. We're not in a good situation with Tyler Glasnow.
No, it's not. And we'll get the preliminary report. Oh, it's just a little bit, and hopefully we see him in August.
They said.
I mean, or amputation. Yeah. It's one of those. They're going to amputate his shoulder.
Literally nowhere in between. I would be floored if he is not on the injured list. And now all of a sudden you got another spot to fill in the Dodgers rotation. Of course, Tony Gonsolin coming back. Catman making his return this week, Wednesday against the Marlins. Getaway day, afternoon game at Dodger Stadium.
Perfect.
I get it.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
But still, now you got another spot to fill in the rotation. We hear Clayton Kershaw's, coming back. He's getting ready. He's not eligible until at the earliest May 18th. So it's a problem. The Dodgers rotation is a problem. We saw one guy, your boy, Benny Caps, Ben Kasparius.
Number 78.
You've been following him throughout his entire minor league career, all the way down to Rancho. I didn't know who the hell he was last year. You're somebody, you've been a big-time Benny Caps guy. Tell us why he could be somebody that could slot into a starting rotation and slowly build up for the team if needed.
Yeah, well, first of all, it is desperation. I mean, as we all know, the guys that have come up from AAA, who I mean, I was on record of going, hey, we're set. Pitching depth, I mean, it's still going. I still wanted more guys. But going, hey, we got all these guys in the minor leagues that are ready to go and can contribute, and none of them did yet.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Kasparius, 3 2/3 today was that, or 3 1/3? 3 2/3.
Got the numbers. Of course, we're here having a all Dodgers watch party, hanging out with friends of the channel and all that, and just having a good time.
But 84 pitches.
54 pitches.
54? Okay.
54 pitches. I mean, that's the most he's thrown as a big league.
Yeah.
He threw a lot today. So for Benny Caps to be doing that kind of thing, sometimes you put in those dudes where they're kind of just falling on the sword, trying to eat as many innings as they can. But he gave this team quality innings, kept them in the game, and the Dodger offense taking off. I would love to see them. I would love to see Andy Potts face Pittsburgh Pirate pitching for the rest of his life. Everybody but Skeens. Got hits on Skeens anyways. But again, like pitching-wise, you have Benny Caps. Kasparius could be somebody who needs to be in that rotation. Otherwise, it's going to be another go for Landon Knack. It's going to be another go opportunity for Justin Wroblewski. Maybe Bobby Miller. I don't think they pull that lever right now because it's not earned even slightly.
Right.
And we were talking during the game. Guys like Nick Frasso had a weird start to his season.
Yeah, like
slowly bouncing.
Only 8 strikeouts in about 20-some innings or something like that. So he's not ready yet.
See, Alex Renteria in the chat says, give Benny C a real number. That's right. Hey, sound off in the comments, by the way.
Yeah.
Who would you want to see filling in the rotation for Tyler Glasnow? What are your Tyler Glasnow thoughts, your worries, your concerns? Listen, when we were talking at different points in the offseason about like the starting rotation and how much talent they've brought in. A name I consistently forgot in my head, Tyler Glasnow. I think it's kind of for a reason. I think my brain was protecting me from what we've seen.
Yeah.
But, this is the state of baseball. This is where we're at. Pitchers get injured. Hopefully, Dodgers dodge another bullet, but I'm not bought in. I'm not bought in at all that he will be pitching for this team anytime soon.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and the funny thing is, the very few people that listen to my drive-in show as I was driving up here, I talked about, hey, the ideal thing with Glasnow is, you have him pitch until about June, then shut him down, and then you start bringing him back like in August, a couple rehabs and Rancho, basically spring training over again, so he's ready in September. Because we really would love to see Tyler Glasnow being an actual Glasnow Dodger, Glasnow Dodger. I keep doing it. Glasnow, whatever. Glass is the important thing.
I have the buttons are at home. I don't have that. I only have mem and shatter noises, unless we break things here in Richie's man cave. But it's like he's not somebody I want to rely on.
Yeah,
maybe the fan. He's not somebody I want the team to rely on as one of their 4 guys in the postseason. So as of right now,
bonus.
Yeah, it would be a bonus. He'd be somebody who would need to do a lot when he does come back, stay healthy, keep earning it. But now, paper thin. And we're going to get to the positives because, again, we're positive in this game. Dodgers win. Andy Pages continues to be on some sort of video game-like tear. But, the reality is you need pitching to win ball games, and they are down to Yoshinobu Yamamoto coming off of his worst start of the season, still a very fine start. Roki Sasaki, still a little bit of a up and down. You don't know. Dustin May missed the better part of the last 4 seasons with injuries. And Tony Gonsolin come back from missing the last year and a half-ish with Tommy John surgery. So all of that vaunted depth. Again, little bit MIA for the Dodgers right now. I saw our buddy Ivy Stroken gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Thank you very much, Ray, for being here for one. Here earlier, you got to meet.
I know the one and only, the one and only, man. Like, okay.
In real life, Kevin Uhas, you weren't here. That was very rude. But he says hopefully everybody had fun.
Yes, we did.
Richie in the chat saying Snell and Glasnow, another $1 billion on the injured list. And I mean, I guess you spend money to hope that you still continue to have starting pitching, and that's kind of the state for this Dodgers rotation. They need the kids to step up.
They have to.
You need Bobby Miller to be a man, or Benny Caps if it is Ben Kasparius moving into the rotation. It's an open opportunity for Miller to go into the bullpen as a 1-inning dude. 2-inning dude.
A good shot.
It's not ideal, but he's not a starter. He's not a starter for the Dodgers, at least.
Or not right now. I mean, it's he has to be able to come in. I mean, I think you make a real good point about him being a reliever. He can come in, nice clean inning, go 1 inning, balls out, be done.
Exactly. 1 inning, just let it eat, and that's it. You're done.
And if he gets in any trouble at all, you got to go talk to him. And that's just the way it is. That's who he is right now. Maybe that'll change someday. But I remember talking about that with you and with Doug. When in 2023, it's like, he has this. He needs to be talked to.
Yeah.
So everyone's different. That's just who he is. Still a ton of talent.
Give him fewer options, like fewer decisions to make on his own.
Yeah.
And then he might be okay. But we've seen it a couple of times, especially over the last year and a start as a big leaguer. Things unravel real quick, so it does make sense. It could make sense for him to be in the bullpen. Could make sense for him to be part of the trade to bring in some starting pitching depth, which did you think we would be talking about needing starting pitching depth in April? That is insane.
Yeah, I'm despite my all my shtick about pitching and all that stuff. It's April. It's what? April 27th. I mean, we had opening day at Dodger Stadium a month ago. Literally a month ago, everybody.
We were talking 5-6 weeks ago, heading to Japan. What are the Dodgers going to do with all the starting pitching? Where does Clayton Kershaw fit in the starting rotation? They fucking need him right now. That's a problem for these boys.
Well, and that's the thing. That's why you don't make your whole roster projections for the whole year
Mhm.
in spring training. And I know a lot of people like to do that. And they go, what are we going to do when Clayton Kershaw's back? Oh, there'll be an opening.
There will be an opening.
And I had said that. I mean, I fully expected an injury. It's just to two of your top pitchers. Well, and the Snell one was more of the surprising one, but I think that's also he also has dealt with some of those things in the past. But we do know, come about, I don't know, July 15th through the end of the World Series, he's going to have an ERA of about 1.5. Yeah. I mean, that's the way Snell does. Please, I hope I didn't jinx anything there. Knock on whatever right there. Man.
There he is. It's real wood.
Yeah, real wood.
Is that rich mahogany?
Yeah, there you go.
Richie does it right out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was about just having enough dudes laying around to give this team enough, bodies to take down 162 games. You have your ideally 3 dudes and an extra guy that you want. If you could line up a postseason series, it's going to be Yama. It's going to be, well, I guess right now, Roki is.
Yeah, he's your number 2 right now, man.
The state of the rotation is in flux. We'll talk more about it tomorrow on Dodgers territory and all that kind of stuff. Of course, tell people we're not done yet.
Yeah.
But this guy, don't forget Tim Rogers still exists. He's a busy boy.
Yeah.
But he wants to get back doing more content.
Definitely.
You changed the YouTube channel name?
It's still Dodgers 2080. Okay. Facebook took down my page a year ago. There's the thing, no appeal. I mean, there's just nothing you can do. But so I just did the whole Blue Madness podcast. So that's what I call the podcast. But the whole channel is Dodgers 2080. So still out there, still alive. The channel's
he is around. Tim Rogers is around.
We're trying,
and we got to see a win.
Yes.
We got to see a series win. We got to see Andy Pages doing something special. I think he's now hitting over 500 over his last 9 games or something like that. Obviously, the series was off the rails. I think it was 9 for 12 against the Pirates. He's a guy a lot of people tells you the story of how small of a sample size we're talking about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. But this is a guy a lot of people, self included, wanted to send to the moon. Wanted to send to AAA. Maybe he's not ready for prime time. Maybe he's not a center fielder. Not saying he's a center fielder yet, but everything about his game is looking a lot better. And this is somebody who missed time with a shoulder injury, and surgery in 2023.
Right.
And that took away basically his entire AAA opportunity.
It did. It was like it was his first game in AAA where he hurt his shoulder.
So he's still coming back, still getting right. But this was somebody that I don't even know if we ever saw flashes of this coming up as a prospect. But right now, this is a dude just kind of carrying the team.
Well, with this much contact, too.
Yeah.
That's where...
and with power.
Yeah.
Power and, bat to ball. Using the entire field.
Well, he does have 70-grade power and a 70-grade arm. So there's...
we're going to do this. We're going to tell everybody to hit that like and subscribe button for Andy Pages.
Yes. I am still concerned about the defense and center, but at the same time, you can go, it's the end of the game. We can sub him out or move him to left because he seems to be good in the corners.
Yeah.
And
left field is not as bad as I was initially thinking it would be. It doesn't seem natural. Left doesn't seem natural, but if he's more of a corners guy,
We have 3 right fielders. We're the best position. Of course, Mookie's best is in right, but that's that's not happening until maybe October, like it did last year. I don't even think
if they do that, they're just
the second. I don't
think he's an outfielder,
right? Well, in his mind too, probably. And then Teo looks better in right than he does in left, and Pages looks better in right than he does in center. So, but got to play them all somewhere.
And again, he's right now, as long as he's doing something right, if he's either defending well, we'll take some mediocre offense.
Yeah.
But if he's doing, I don't expect him. Nobody, please expect him, unless our buddy Alexander Rose out in the living room continues to bet on Pages to strike out. Then apparently Pages does well. Don't expect him to continue to do well. Don't expect him to continue hitting 500. But it's nice to have this tear, see him, raise that batting average from 170-ish to now 250-ish. He needed it. He's a good kid. He's got good head on his shoulders, and he could be a plus bat, a decent weapon. It fit for the team as well, I think. And not having any issues with it.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that long ago,
Six.
Clint, when we were going, oh my gosh, it's a left-handed starter. Now it's like,
That's a great point.
bring it. We got the Hernandez brothers, we got Pajes, we got Tommy Tanks, who from the right side is a different player.
Yeah.
Even though he's better from the left side this year, it seems like. But
Get the pop. He's a lot more balanced working with well, that guy up there. We got kind of like I could do this.
Yeah.
Working with Rob Van Scoyac. Because you got that. By the way, we'll look around the man cave a little bit. There's
amazing.
There's a lot of things going on in Richie's man cave, and including your boy made it into one of the pictures, and of course the angle we've been going for. Oh, you escaped. You can go back into the shot there, but by the way,
the Uribe bobblehead is right there.
There it is.
Famous.
One. If you could steal any of these, which one are you taking, by the way?
I already have Uribe, so if he's got a Shohei, obviously I'm taking a Shohei.
Yeah, the Shoheis are over there.
I'm taking those.
Which Richie's watching in the living room.
Yeah.
No, we're taking stuff. But yeah, I mean, back-to-back games, the offense waking up a little bit. I understand it's the Pirates. I understand they don't have a very good bullpen. But 8 runs, that's what you want to do. You want to see this team break out, beat bad teams, take advantage. Padres with an ugly loss. So all of a sudden,
they're all pretty when the Padres lose.
Well, if you're a Padres fan, it's a really ugly loss.
Yeah,
but
sorry for your loss.
Sorry for
not.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to San Diego. Psych. But like you got offense, you get to beat up on these bad teams, and that's usually what the Dodgers do well. They also can beat up on good teams. They've faced the best pitchers that every team has this year, whether they're a good team or a bad team. But Marlins come in next and beat down on them, keep the offense going, keep the good vibes going. One guy we need to see go. Max Muncy. We haven't seen that yet. You keep talking a little bit. I'm going to go to the chat here so I can see some things. I see BC is at Panda eating
nice,
getting the win.
Yeah, with Muncy, he's due. For some reason, I read he wasn't in the lineup today. Old man disease here, but I do think he's going to hit a home run against the Marlins. He has to someday, right? I just Muncy's not that bad, but he's playing that bad though.
He's so going through right now. He's in his bed. You could see the pressing, and it's just compounding for him. He wants to do bad. We talked out in the living room about that dumbass fan in Chicago. Like, don't do that to people. Don't yell at players. These are just human beings. They're trying their best. Max has done a lot of good things for this ball club.
I know.
A lot of very good things for this ball club. And it's not like he's out there trying to sabotage the team. He wants to play well. I talked to him in spring training. Like, he is hyped for the season. He's feeling good. He was down 15 pounds or whatever, for the longevity, trying to keep the career going. He wants to be a Dodger for as long as he can. And, well, I don't know, man. You're getting a buck 50. I don't know who's more, I don't want to say hated, but who's we'll put it this way. I don't know who's making more of a bad impact for this team right now, lineup wise. If it's him or Michael Conforto, the answer is Michael Conforto. We hate him straight to the moon. With all due respect, eat that $17 million. Henry, by the way, joined the YouTube members here. The 99-cent tier wants the emojis. You got the emojis. Henry, what else we got here in the chat? It's weird. It's weird.
Is it you doing that? Or
you're
doing. Oh, okay. It's like, you got the mouse.
I grabbed the mouse.
Yeah. What are you doing, man?
We should probably get Richie in here too to show us a little bit of the cave. We'll he'll watch and then he'll waddle in right now. We'll have a good time here. But appreciate people hanging out with us on this unannounced version of a post-game show. Hanging out here in Devore. This is the first unofficial All Dodgers meetup of the year. The official ones are coming up. If you want to be meeting up with the gang at a baseball game, that is coming up. You would need to. I blocked you in. But you need to be a part of the Discord, and by doing that, you have to sign up for either Patreon or YouTube members. Come on in. There he is. If I had the clap, I'd give it to you, but I don't have the button here.
Well, I'm glad you don't have the clap, and that's good.
But here he is, Richie in his man cave.
Our host.
Welcome to the Devore man.
Come over here. Come over here. Gotta come over. There you go.
Welcome to the Devore man.
There you go. We showed him a little bit. I think you may have seen it.
Yeah. So show people around. We got to do like a proper thing in here. You probably want to give him your mic too, or
Yeah.
one of us will just go back and forth. You do that. I'll go back and forth for us here.
Yep.
It's weird, guys. It's a different version of a post-game show, but do you guys want to watch the same thing over and over on every YouTube channel, or do something a little bit different? Here we are in some random man's house in Devore, California. No, just
Put the magnet
okay.
under you. I'm not reaching.
he doesn't want to reach under your shirt.
Oh,
Just you can hold it. You can hold it.
okay, I'll just hold it.
All right.
Don't make too much love to it. But
No.
yeah, we'll walk around a little bit.
Okay.
We'll show.
Well, I guess we'll just start kind of chronologically then. So, this is I have every bobblehead giveaway going back to 2002, even up to the current one last night that was issued. So this is 2002, 2003, and it goes all the way down. It goes up over here. This was during the 50th anniversary of Dodger Stadium. So they kind of had some throwbacks, the infield, Oral Hershiser, Don Drysdale, the Maury Wills, and it keeps on going. There's an old Don, that Manley one for all you Donnie haters out there.
Oh, Don Mattingly. Everybody loves Donnie Ballgame.
And then the bobbleheads continue over here. Kind of some, I do have some sentimental things here. That 1974 pennant, that was in my bedroom when I was a kid growing up. The 25th anniversary of Dodger Stadium pennant was in my bedroom. 1980 All-Star Game. This one is really cool because my father was he was on the construction crew that actually installed the very first the video board in left field, which coincidentally was also the first video board that was installed in any North American
baseball stadium, right?
Yeah, baseball stadium. And then some World Series. This is the 77, and that's the 1978 pennants. And those were stadium giveaways when I was a kid. And that's pretty much it. The oldest thing in the man cave is right here, 1966.
Oh, we're making our way
Oh, okay.
there. We got to show people things here.
Got it.
Got to show off, of course, the sign.
Yeah.
Some people might remember from when were we here?
This
It was in October.
Yeah,
Obviously,
this
that's the
was
Fernando, but
yeah, that was the Fernando. This was the 81 World Series team, the 1965 World Series team. This was 88. And number 72, he was a high school classmate. and
bullpen catcher.
if you ever watched the Dodger documentary of the 88 team, he was prominently in that documentary.
All right, where was the old one you were talking about?
This was
That's your oldest.
This is the oldest thing I have.
Which
1966.
Okay, it is the pennant.
Right,
Gotcha.
exactly. And then these are covers from the World Series.
So make sure you get that mic close to you. This is a chance for people to hear you.
Well, okay. So so all this here, these are all of the covers of all of the World Series back in the 60s and in 59. And then this was my father-in-law, and so he was working out over at a rehab, and so that so that was Tommy right there. Nephews, me and Mrs. Richie from Devore. I have some more of the sentimental things in here. I'll show you one of my favorites as I move this out of here.
And keep in mind, everybody, there is an entire second room. We'll do a deep dive in there as a secondary video on the channel. I don't know what people thought they were getting themselves into on this post game, but
so let me get
again. It's something different. It's something new. We're trying. We're experimenting.
All right, guys.
Fun here. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs up if you don't.
I am not.
And like and subscribe.
And like and subscribe. Wait, I have a button for that. We're going to push it.
Okay.
No, that's the wrong button.
This here, after the Dodgers clinched the National League West in 1988, back and then there was only two divisions, West and East. They handed these out at Dodger Stadium in the last homestand of the year. And this was a booklet that they handed out. Very sentimental to me. And if you open it up, as I cover the mic.
So I'll do this.
Right, okay.
Little mic.
You're doing it.
So they had this inside, and this was kind of cool. They had all kinds of stuff in here. The story of how they won the division. That's A. Mark Marshall, not B. Mark Marshall, not the pitcher. General
Soreness, yeah.
Right, and it just had all kinds of stuff. They had the team photo
Oh,
of
that's
1988. And also in there as well, they handed out the individual team photo of Kirk Gibson, and there's some funny names in there. Also,
including my buddy Tim Leary.
yeah, Tim Leary.
Trying not to have it blown out by the light
Franklin
above.
Stubbs, and of course,
Wait, is that Gilberto Reyes right there? No.
yes,
Is it?
yeah, and then of course we had this guy. Remember, he was a trade deadline. If you remember him,
Wait.
Why does that guy look so much
Mario
like
Soto.
Why is that guy,
that's right.
Why does he look so much like
He was really good.
Like Sammy Sosa.
Red. Yeah.
And then, of course, that no Dodger handout would be complete without selling season tickets
Oh, look at that.
for the 1989 season complete with the card that you would mail in.
Well, guys, if you fill this one out and send it in, I think they still honor 1988 and 89
Can you do
season
the
tickets.
prices?
Yeah.
Right.
Please honor the prices. That's what we're looking for.
And then the last thing I'll dig up, and I know this is very obscure, and I'm not a professional at doing this, but let me go
in the
into
down there. This is hard with the tripod.
Yeah, it is.
That's what
But
she
hey,
said.
you know what, guys? We're having fun.
We're having fun. Dodgers won.
We're having fun. This is what happens when
We all assumed that Glasnow would eventually perish before our eyes. It happens. That's part of baseball.
So this is
Just not
very
deserving.
sentimental
Not
to
deserving.
me.
Ideally.
This is a 1977 yearbook. You sell at Dodger Stadium for $10 now, but back in 1977, it was only worth $1. And it was Sears
It
night.
cost $1. Might have been worth
Yeah.
more.
It was Sears night at Dodger Stadium in August of 1977. Young Richie from Devore was in middle school, and my father bought this for me. God rest his soul. And this was a 1977 yearbook. They were celebrating 20 years in Los Angeles then. And if you open this up, this is how it was. I'm going to hand this to you.
Yep.
Okay, so this is how this was.
You're doing the thing.
Okay, so and you open it up.
Thank you, Tim.
And it had all of the stories of how the Dodgers came into Los Angeles, all their history. But the very unique thing was, this is when Drysdale that broke the scoreless record and everything. That was the Coliseum when they played in there before they built the Dodger Stadium. But here's the cool thing: Danny Goodman. He was a name that you should remember. Danny Goodman was the souvenir guy, and they used to have these Danny Goodman specials that were advertised on Channel 11. And so for $8 in a money order, you would get a Dodger hat, a pennant, and a key ring, all for the low price of $7, and you would mail it in. And then in the back, this was the team in '77. You had.
Oh, look at the young Tommy Lasorda. As I said,
Ever know how I got my Twitter handle? The Dodgers 52? That's the reason.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So we had Monty Bosco, who was the coach back in those days, Red Adams, Jim Gillian, Preston Gomez, all those names sound familiar to all the old Dodger guys.
Like Reggie Smith ready to go in the
Right.
go take someone
That
out.
was Bill Russell, but I want to
going
show
on.
you this. And there's Rick Monday. And then there's Tommy John. Yes, there was a Tommy John. It was named after him. But the cool thing is, if you go all the way to the back, there's Steve Yeager. This was the 77 Dodgers. If you go all the way to the back, there's Dusty Baker, Don Sutton. This was the schedule in '77. And that's what Dodger Stadium looked like before this today, if anybody ever wanted to see what it was like.
Before Frank McCourt took all of that extra.
Right, exactly. That was the cool. This is the only color thing in there. But
Hey, guys, drop in the comments if you remember old Dodger Stadium. Drop in the comments if you remember any of this team. Interested in knowing our...
So
I guess I need to log in.
You need to log in.
here's a trivia question. Who wore number 34 before Fernando? There's your answer. Lee Lacy.
We had that earlier during lunch here, by the way.
During lunch.
Richie being gracious, making us all some burgers and dogs. Everybody showing up with some food.
And speaking of Manny Mota, and hopefully he's resting comfortably.
Yes.
That was him. Here's Johnny Oates, the old catcher. But I'm going to get to the one section here.
It's like
Mike
we're
Garman,
It's like we're really diving in on the 77 team here.
Al Downing. Look at all these guys. Elias Socia, he in 1977, he was one of three pitchers that gave up those
Good.
home runs to Reggie
was-
Jackson,
He was good that year.
Ed Goodson.
Oh my God.
Okay. And, now we're going to get in some old Dodgers here. They're Teddy Martinez. But here we go. Glenn Burke, he was credited for inventing the high five with Dusty Baker. I know I'm giving a lot of people a lot more, but here is a very rookie, up and coming
Oh, there he is.
Rick Sutcliffe.
Is that Pedro up there?
Yep,
Mhm.
that's Pedro Guerrero.
Rafael Landistoi, if you guys remember him. Jeffrey Leonard, people don't know he was originally drafted to
Hey,
Dodger.
I'm just saying that dude looks like a ball player.
Yes, he
Mhm.
does. So that's these are so this is and this was the old broadcast team. Vin Scully, Jerry Doggett, God rest his soul, the great Ross Porter. You guys remember that joke though? What were the 7 words that Vin Scully would say that would make every TV and radio turn off? Ross will be along in a moment.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. And this was the 40-man roster. Okay, now here's the thing I really want to show you, and then we'll wrap this up. These are hats that they were selling back in 1977. You guys want to take a look
Oh,
at the
let's look at the
prices?
prices. That's a $4 hat,
Uh-huh.
and it's a pretty nice little bucket hat. Oh, they
Yeah.
called it that's a floppy hat, guys. Wow.
Yeah, Blake Williams will go crazy over the bucket hat.
Shout out, Blake.
And then the last thing, and then that was pretty much it. And then the last thing I want to show you guys, and then we'll move on to the other room if you want.
So, guys, drop in the comments how many last things is Richie going to show us. I got 10. Let's see. I'm going back to the tripod here.
And this is one of the stuff. This is the 78,
I have some.
1988. Okay, so
Sorry for the poor camera work here, gang. I have the wrong tripod.
Okay, so when you would go to Dodger Stadium back in the late 70s, early 80s, you could buy the Dodger magazine, but then it was called Scorecard. And I still have it. So they were 50 cents, and it came with the pencil, and you can score. So and I keep all
Can't even get a pencil for 50 cents now.
And then so what you would do is any souvenir stand would have these. This happens to have Tommy John in here. This is back in 77. And so inside, it would just be a straight magazine. And in here that you would have, oh, hey, look, Helen Dell. If you guys
You know what I want to know is how many people are like sounding off in the comments about him taking these out of
I know.
the sleeves.
I know. What are you
It's like, what are you doing? It's
So-
no longer a collectible.
So this was the Dodger roster. The scorecard is here.
Oh no.
Yeah, so this was so that was the scorecard. And back in those days, you could listen to Dodger Radio and KABC Talk Radio 790. And who remembers before then that they were on KFI originally? So this would be the scorecard. The roster would be in the back, and you would take your pencil and you would keep scores. So all the players would be down here.
But when did you take photos on your cell phone and everything?
You didn't. So unless we more time, that'd be it.
We'll save the second room. There's also a bathroom, by the way. We should point out.
let's go.
No, we're gonna save that. That'll be for the
Okay.
bonus video. I think we're in a good spot there.
Okay.
And both of you guys stand in the frame for a second because I want to point out I did not command them to both wear this shirt.
Come to the Discord near you.
Clint didn't even know I was
I
coming.
didn't know he
Identical
was showing
twins.
up.
Yeah. Richie gave me this shirt on opening day at Dodger Stadium.
OCJ is saying it's not a comic book, so you can go through a yearbook.
Okay, good.
there.
It's not Shazam.
OCJ also he wants to have a bathroom review coming soon. If you guys have never pooped with Oral Hershiser staring at you,
There you go.
That's a place to do it. Denny in the living room saying Richie is the unofficial mayor of Devore. Bob Nightingale, where's my tea? Got you. We got you, Nick. We'll take care of you, buddy. IB Stroking, drop in the Patreon. Guys, want to support the show? Nothing
Please.
related to what we're talking about. Do that. Patreon.com/RealFRG. Do that thing. Ivy Stroking also commenting about my $4 There goes the monetization.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I wasn't involved today.
Hey, you know what? You have free reign before we get out of here.
Oh.
Fire off one live voicemail for everybty. Take the mics from Tim so he doesn't
Take
have to
the
stand there
mic.
like a
Okay,
dick.
I'm going to do this on the fly.
Don't you stand there.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kirsten. You did great. You're much uglier in person.
Okay. All right. So, hey, Clint, happy whatever day that you're going to play this video to you. Andy Pages is finally remembering how to play baseball. He didn't run into any outs today. CT3 that made an appearance just to let us know that he's still breathing and alive. Glasnow goes back on the IL. Of course, that guy has never met a day. That guy has never met an IL stint that he didn't like. Personally, I think when he goes to get his paycheck at the Dodger Stadium payroll office, he needs a ski mask and a gun to get his check. Other than that, fuck the Dodger Stadium parking lot. Fuck Manny Machado. Fuck the Padres. Fuck Profar and Tatis, and for the love of God, all together now.
Fuck the Ghost Rider.
Fuck the Ghost Rider.
You don't have to curse. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
there you
Sunday. See ya. That's what you got it.
See ya. All right.
There's the world famous Richie. If I had
It is.
again, if I had the clap, I'd give it to him. We appreciate Richie stopping by in his own house. But
But again, good thing you don't have the clap.
there's a door. I don't know. I thought somebody else was walking in. It's like
Yeah,
this is a closed set. But final thoughts before we sign off. Whatever.
Well, yeah, for sure. I the concern with the pitching.
Yeah.
I hate being this concerned already, and it'll probably compel me to do more shows. I need to go. I did these things on Canva that had all the depth and all that type of stuff. I'm afraid to look at it.
The before. Oh, that's a good one.
I'm going to do it before and after.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it, so we'll do that live sometime this week.
I'm in on this.
Ugh.
I really want to see that. Just the difference for
Oh my
this team.
God.
It is pretty crazy. It is pretty insane. But as Manny Machado loves to say, hey, that's just baseball. That's the way it goes. We should sign out from here. Again, there's going to be more content coming from the Devore Man Cave. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys liked something different again on the channel. Trying to experiment, have a little bit more fun here. Still got Dodgers territory live tomorrow, 12 o'clock Pacific time. PM. That's noon o'clock. Myself, Alana Rizzo. I'll be on in the morning with my buddy Greg Bergman on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Assuming Greg's there, I don't know, but Marcus Grant and I will definitely be there talking about the series, looking forward and all that kind of stuff to what's coming up for the Dodgers. Make sure you go follow Tim on the internet. I don't even know what your handle is anymore.
Tim Rogers 2080.
Tim Rogers 2080.
And you could also there is a Dodgers
There's
2080
Dodgers
also.
2080. Exactly. So
And-
make sure you're
and-
following him. And of course, I am Real FRG on the social media machines. There's an All Dodgers podcast on there. That's about it. Dodgers 100 and I don't know. I'm bad at math. 152-0.
Something like
152-10. That's the
There you
lyrics.
go.
Okay, bye.